Yo, what's good? I want to read this. I want to read this. This is, I feel like this is important. I would like to hear what he has to say. I would love to hear what he has to say. Let's get that set up here, folks. What is good? So I seen this probably like right before the stream started. And I figured that this should probably be the first thing that we look at and we address before we conduct the rest of this live stream. So this is like an update because I've been waiting to hear what the homie Quavo Honcho has to say about this whole situation. R.I.P. Takeoff, man. So we're gonna read this here. So, dear Take, it's so hard to tell you I'ma miss you because you always with me and we did everything together. Since we were kids, you've been by my side, looking up at me, them eyes waiting on me to make the next move. Then you followed up right behind me. You always made sure I did it first so you could do it right with me and never competed with me. We were always on the same team. You hated playing against me because I always playing too hard or too rough. Then I can hear my mama say, son, not too rough, because I didn't like to lose. Remember, our first dream was to be a tag team partners in WWE, and we fell in love with WWF wrestling. Man, we had every action figure. Thought we was gonna be pro wrestlers. Cause the day he imitated all the wrestlers, so good if you no take. His imitation skills are to the T, and he could imitate anybody. Just ask Danny and P. Super quiet though, quietest in the room, but paid attention to everything going on in the room. Always been like that. Nothing ever really bothered Take, and he didn't bother anybody. He is the most unbothered person in the world. He never got mad. He never raised his voice, and when he did, he silenced the room because Take, or what Take said, was law. And he wasn't changing his mind for nothing. Not even Unc could. You just gotta let him cool off for about 30 minutes. But by far the funniest person in the room. Once you got him going, he wouldn't stop. And last but not least, he took time with everything. He called it the takeoff time. Whenever he would be running late to the shows, he would always say, God will get us there on time. Some shows God did. Some shows were late. Point is, he trusted God though. Wow. Throughout this whole time, he had a real passion for music. It was his dream to become a rapper because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I tried everything, all the sports. After every game, I would come home and he would just sit there playing the game with the controller in his hand, looking and look at my face, and he could tell we lost another game. So sports wasn't his thing because he saw me lose all the time. This is how I knew he was going to be a rapper. Growing up, he knew every song off the Hot Boys album. Every lyric, word for word, and he was cursing up a storm. So mama heard him rapping, took the CD and said that music was too grown for us until we won the Boys and Girls Club talent show together, performing get your roll on by big timers. It was all good then. So it's safe to say we had something going then. It came easy to us when it came to the style and swag. We were always looking like somebody because our mama dressed us like rappers or grown men, as you can see in the pictures. Our clothes were huge, but we had the look. Then he created his triplet flow, and the rest was history. We never worried about titles, credit, or what man got the shine. That wasn't him. He didn't care about none of that as long as we brought it back home to the family. This whole time I've been trying to figure what you really are to me because my nephew wasn't it. He hated that word nephew, or when they said unc and few, because we always knew we were way closer than that, and it made me feel old too. But I knew you weren't my brother because you were my sister's son. So I couldn't say brother. Now I finally get it. You are our angel, watching me and watching this whole time in living form, making sure that everyone felt your love and hugs while you here, and you made our dreams come true. Whenever you spoke it, it manifested, and then you said, God gonna do it. He did it. I'm just proud to be in your life. I'm proud to be your uncle. I'm proud we saw the world and done things we couldn't ever imagine together. We laughed way more than we ever argued. And when we did, I always was in the wrong every time. I guess mama made that rule too. I'm proud to say that I've seen your blessings. I've seen you bless me. You bless mama. You bless Sahara. You bless Treat, Heaven, and Zeke. You will continue to send your blessings down from heaven. And I will continue to keep your name alive as long as I live. It's always my responsibility to look after my nephews and nieces. I will do that before we make moves or any decisions. We gon' always say what would take thing. Always been. Ain't nothing gonna change. Me and you knew we gon' always be with each other for life. And just like now, we gonna see each other again. I love you with all my heart. I never leave you. I guess God just ain't my help. So you can ask him for me what I gotta do to be with you again, in a place where there's no pain, no demons, no jealousy, no envy, and no greed. Whatever we have to do, God, to be at that place of paradise, send us the tools now, because we want to be with Take. Love you, nephew. Very interesting. I'll say that right off the jump. That's very interesting. So let me kind of like digest that. And it's open for...
Yeah. Fuck it. Slid it over.
It's open for
Yeah.
everyone's interpretation here. Man, that's interesting, man. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Kids from high school hit me up. Yo, shit tough, never knew me oddly. I feel like Tater fucked around and touched the student body. In a sense,
That's crazy, bro.
In my passenger, girl, don't call shoddy, just move the shoddy. No sub, maybe I just caught you on your worst day. Maybe we shouldn't have raced across the line in the first place. Maybe we should have left it at its birthplace. However, the stories always split up like girls when they say happy birthday. This just another work day for me to get immersed in. I like my girl short, so it's hard to be the bigger person. If I die naive about us, at least I lived and learned and try to understand it like that shit in cursive. But still it's perfect. Yeah, I always try to be better, but like a Duke fan, sometimes I just side with the devil. I got a date with this Rock, ain't even try to reschedule, trying to get my alcohol level to my anxiety level. Slave work, but freedom told me it's your time, slime. Only right, I made the
That's crazy.
Rap on your timeline. Go retarded, but still smart. It's just like I'm